to know that if you win a match, you substitute 3 points. If you lose a match, you substitute 0. If you draw, you substitute 1. If that is not maths, somebody has lied to you. That's why I said math. Somebody's lied to you. Okay, when they give me an essay to write, it doesn't write more than 2 lines because he doesn't like writing. Now I told him to write me 2 or 3 things that he knows about Patrick Vieira that most of the world don't know. Do you know how many pages he wrote for me? So the point was not his English. The point was not his maths. The point was something radically different, incorporating his interests in the discussions we're going to have today. I'll cut a long story. Please Google it. Fabrice, at the end of that year, wrote Advanced GCSE, the higher paper, the top paper you can write GCSE. Remember, he's in the bottom set in school in year 9. Because when I then gave him the paper to do, so I just want to know how good you are at maths. I know, I say I'm bad at maths. I thought you were talking about football, so let's do maths. I gave him a paper to do, which is a higher paper. He looked at it, said, I thought you were my friend. This is not the paper I do, this is for brainy people. Can you get that one? So I went straight to the photocopier, photocopied the cover of this, and put it aside, and photocopied the cover of the weaker one, the foundation one, and then page 1 of foundation, page 2 of foundation, page 1 or higher, page 2 or higher. So I intercalate, I sandwiched the higher with the hard one with the easy one and gave it to him. He said, of course, this is the one I do. And he sat down and did the paper, and I marked it, and he got 50% of the questions right. 50% of the questions right. Then I knew what lies. The gentleman I said earlier said, statistics don't lie, but people use statistics to lie. He's been lied to, so we worked through it, and he was on record. He's the youngest person to pass GCSE in the school, up till now, in Waltham Forest. Go to Kemp Scott School, Waltham Forest. Please Google everything I'm telling you. From there, he got his confidence, and he applied it, and he had the highest number of GCSEs, and he was playing football for England, playing for Arsenal junior team, and he was doing his A-level. Who told you were stupid? If anybody said that, please can you correct them? So pick up the Guardian story, you'll be able to get that. I have a workshop later, you come in, we'll talk about Ben Ainslie. I'll use some role models and use details. So what Ben Ainslie's father did to him that made him a sailor at the age of 7 and 8. You need to hear that. And then you talk about Tola. Tola, how did Tola meet Michelle Obama? Tola was born in Hackney. You know Hackney? Have you ever been to Hackney? It's the international headquarters of crime and criminality, where all the youths do not pass GCSE because they were designed and built in that postcode never ever to pass. That's what the tabloid tells us. Because when God was giving out the IQ, he ran out. As soon as he got to Hackney, he ran out of IQ. So he gave the low IQ. So how did she end up in Oxford and graduate from Oxford? Again, I'll do that during my seminar. So what I'm asking you to go home with today is that you're a father to every child you see. I'm a father to every child I see. Because I've attended a funeral service for a 17-year-old. It was very painful. He didn't need to die. I've also attended graduation ceremony for a 7-year-old. And I've attended graduation ceremony for a 17-year-old finishing from Queen Mary, University of London. That's Joshua. And I know the difference in my feeling. I would rather attend the graduation ceremony for a 17-year-old than the funeral ceremony. The funeral ceremony for a young man that didn't know what he was doing. He thought he was surfing on the British Rail. You know the railway? And got electrocuted. Because his friend said that was a competition we should get involved in. It's painful. And those leave indelible marks on my life, my personality, and for as long as I live. If that's the only thing I do on planet Earth, I'm happy. And thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Dr. Chris. I think everyone really appreciates your ability to elaborate on the ability of the word can't, should it be in our vocabulary, and we should always progress to do what we can. would like to invite the next speaker, Reverend Dr. Neville Brooks. He was born in the UK, but